Hi friends, today we are in a special topic called operations research as part of risk conscious operation management of complex engineering system. Um, this lecture is basically an introduction to operation research. In short, we call OR. My name is Professor Prabhakar V. Vardhe. I am CEO and Director for Engineering Risk Assessment and Management Center and guest faculty at Luleå Technology University, Sweden. And I had my association with BARC as Associate Director Reactor Group, Senior Professor Homi Bhabha National Institute, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Mumbai. And this lecture is coming to you as part of NPTEL, National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning. So let us see what is there in the offering in the 5 lectures. First, it is introduction. Well, there will be some success stories of this field that will attract you to this course. Then, as a second lecture of this on OR, I'll have allocation, and so any industry for any job, they have to optimize their system of expenditure, profit, and their resources. So there is very important linear programming method called simplex method that we'll be discussing. Since simplex method has got a lot of theoretical component algorithm, so a case study will be taken in the third lecture on simplex method, and fourth lecture will be on inventory theory, and last lecture will be project management. Especially I will discuss PERT and CPM, program evaluation review technique and critical path method, which are cornerstone of project management. So with this, before we go into the details, let us see how we define operational research and what it means to us when we talk about incorporating this field into RCOM. So operation research is an analytical approach that deals with development of model involving quantitative methods, tools and techniques to arrive at optimal solution in support of decision making for the manager and of course eventually at the organization level. So this is the among the so many OR definitions they were available in the literature. I have developed this definition of OR for the purpose of risk conscious operation management. And there are 2 comments here. Like many engineering advanced systems, the origin of operation research methods have been a military application, probably World War II and later on, that deals with the limited resource on one side and constrained supply chain on the other side. Inventory of arms, quality, optimization and decision making either in the field or at headquarters. So this is the observation which will motivate you to learn OR as a field and apply it in real time scenario, be it industrial or be any system, safety critical system, mission critical system. In the current context, operation research has overlapping interests with data science, analytics, or at the broader scale management science. So by learning this subject, we will know how to go about analyzing the situation, coming to the optimal solution, and that becomes a part of data science or data management science. Okay. So this is another motivation. Now, what are the major characteristics of OR? Identification of operation management objective. Before we work on or start any project, we have to define the objective, what we are trying to do, whether we are trying to minimize the resources, or our objective is to maximize the profit, or it could be any objective. And but as long as you are having one objective, these techniques are available. But when you have multi-objective functions, then in that case some linear techniques must be there, but then it is better to use AI algorithm like genetic algorithm and all that. They are very effective in the management of multiple objective function, And then the next step is, because for every problem there will be a constraint. If I am working on some factory situation, the resources in terms of manpower, in terms of labor, in terms of material. So what are the constraints that are there with you? That becomes part and parcel of defining the problem. Resources that include mathematical modeling and techniques, and it could be a mathematical modeling also which is involved here, but here mostly it is numerical component is there. Sometimes if the problem is simple, algebraic methods or graphical methods are also there, but at the end of the day, as I said, simplex is one of the method which can be implemented on a computational system, and then it works very well in maximizing the let's say objective function, that is profit, and minimizing the any other resources. And reliability of human hardware, software, infrastructure, and a management approach is at the core of OR. In fact, it is not remaining limited. In software also, when we do lot of testing, we are trying to characterize the sort of operational properties, or a mission of softwares and all that, number of failures that it will see in the field, and that time the operation research become a very handy field. It is same thing, it is for hardware also. You have a supply chain, you are supplying component, what are the rejection rate, what are the service rate, repair rate. So all those things can be managed. Final metrics is effective decision making. So all these problems, if we sum into our characteristic, if we sum into it, and then we see that decision making is the final objective or goal of the OR exercises. Linear function. Now before we go ahead, we have to understand what is linear function, what is non-linear function. So we know that the line can be expressed by y is equal to mx plus c. X and y are coordinates, and m is the gradient of the line that we have. For example, you have a line here, and its gradient theta can be given by perpendicular by base methods. So that becomes m. Then x is the coordinate, and c is the intercept of the line onto the dependent variable. Y is dependent variable, x is independent variable here. Okay, so having understood, so this is a linear problem. Now you would like to see what is non-linear problem. Non-linear problem is it's a progression, or it's a gradient will not be same all through. It can change anytime. So mathematical function that does not have a constant rate. It is expressed by rate. Every increase or decrease is independent variable will reflect a varying rate of increase or decrease. So I am demonstrating non-linear function by exponential distribution. If the gradient is different, rate is different here, rate is different here, and it can be different all through. So that is called non-linear function. It is exponential distribution for reliability. Let us say RT is equal to exponential minus lambda t. Lambda is failure rate and t is emission time actually. So this is and there are many more examples of non-linear function where it cannot be defined by a assigned rate actually. Rate will be different. And non-linear function can be polynomials and can have various forms and may have not any specific format like linear. So random curve, circle, exponential function, parabola, etc. are example of non-linear function. Now scope of OR, what all you can do using OR. It is military operation, the way it is there, there is some, let us say, some bridge corporation, they are making bridges, so they require constant material, they have location different, so their inventory, planning, queuing, all this element of operation research, and of course decision making they can build, like software system. Software system also, they are tested at the in lab environment, but once it goes into the field, there are some failure, fault, they keep coming. So what is the mean time to failure, what action should be taken, and how the reliability of the software should be maximized at the same time without missing on the bottom line. Bottom line means profit. Then aviation, road, railroad transportation, it could be even nuclear also. If you are operating a nuclear plant and you have a store inventory, you have items coming in, and we want to lose money, we want to reduce the loss of money due to long storage, due to long waiting time, at the same time component, shop floor area, machine time, machine utilization time, how we want to utilize best. So those things can be done, and deliverables has to be optimized and have to be in mission mode. So those things can be made. Agriculture, research development, and it is any field, and given that environment where we want to improve the system, is OR is there actually. Some of the applications of OR are like, these are the example. Basically, I thought it tells us the real potential of this OR field. So you can see on top, Ingram Micro data driven marketing campaign they had, and they have annual saving for them was $350 million, not a small amount, just a small academic or tool which saves you so much money and make it systematic. And when you do all these things, the reputation of the industry also develops, which cannot be characterized in some numerical figures in terms of dollar and all that. That comes as a benefit to the company in terms of reputation. Then the second example is a cancer center design of radiation therapy, and 459 millions their annual saving was there when they had OR operating at their center. Netherlands railways optimize operation of railway network, 105 millions, and it is for you to read all these things. Again, intercontinental hotels, 400 million is the saving, and the maximum Procter and Gamble, this thing, all these things I have sourced from a book called Introduction to Operation Research, and it is by Lieberman and Nag Basu. So you can see this is available in open domain. If we talk about it, what are the challenges or limitation in OR? Before we go on to any field, probably we should know these things. A model is a model. When we create a model of a system, model may not be a real-time system. So that kind of gap area that remains in a mathematical model and the actual system. So the word of caution is, the model should, to the extent possible, model should imitate the way the real-time system is there. And since you have both the things available to you, a periodic check on model behavior and real-time behavior can be taken, and corrective mechanisms can be applied in the model, because real-time system will behave the way it is there actually. And that's why we are able to capture the second point, that is uncertainty. So domain knowledge limitation due to inherent uncertainty or understanding. So there are many sources of uncertainty. One of the thing is lack of knowledge. But if some company has been operating for 20 years and we create a OR model, it becomes easier for us and reduce this uncertainty. Second uncertainty comes of human factor modeling. So human factor modeling, there are established methods, and those can be incorporated into uncertainty characterization. Role of domain expert. Now, whole translation from real time to domain, experts play a huge role, and the quality of data or information going in for developing the model through experts is the key thing for having a good model. And then last is abstraction. Models are nothing but abstraction of the real-time system, seismic modeling. Well, nowadays with so much of AI and ML algorithm, and there can be a point by point check in terms of the gap area between model and real time system, and definitely they can work in tandem, and we can have a fine tuned model with us. So, the first lecture we have given the background, we have given definition of OR, linear function, non-linear function, applications and challenges and limitation, that also we have discussed. Future direction for OR is role of AI and multi-objective function. Like I said, genetic algorithm, and there are many more AI tool or statistical tools that can be adopted for making or working out on limitation of the present OR approach. Now, in the next lecture, we will discuss the linear programming, because after linear programming, and then we can have a good demonstration of a very core methodology called simplex will be discussed in the next lecture.